Good evening and welcome to my slightly impromptu Facebook Live this evening. So I was live this morning with some crafting and we were making some really simple and easy Christmas cards. And then this evening I thought I would pop on because it is our seasonal sale that starts at 11 p.m. this evening. That's Monday the 15th of November, and it runs until 11 p.m. well 10:50 p.m. to be precise on the 18th of November. And there is 10% off all our standard cardstock. So that's our coloured cardstock, for example, in all of our assorted shades, in all of the colour families. And then we have 15% off our ink pads. So if there's a colour you've been meaning to order and you haven't done so, then it would be a great idea to order up some ink pads. And finally we have 20% off dies. So the ink pads are £5.95 instead of £7, and our cardstock, just calculating that, is £7.43 instead of £8.25 for our standard colours. And the dies, because the dies are all different pricing, obviously there's not a standard price, but it's 20% off, and it's any of the dies that are in this annual catalogue. So it doesn't apply to our autumn winter catalogue that we currently have. It only applies to the annual catalogue. And Stampin' Up have done this previously, but it's not been called a seasonal sale. I'm trying to think what it's been called. An online extravaganza, I think it's been called previously. But they've renamed it to a seasonal sale. Hi Tracy, and hi to you Katie. I loved your cards that you both made today, Tracy and Casey, and Katie, on Tracy's coffee and card. They were really stunning cards. So well done to both of you. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we have. So it was quite difficult actually to pick out my top 5. So I do have more than 5, but some of them are very similar. So what I'm going to suggest is there could be a number of them that would do the same thing. Hi Lynn, hope you've had a good day. Sorry I haven't caught up with you yet. Just been busy for everybody today. Okay, so these are in no particular order because it's quite difficult to rank these. If you want to see in the catalogue which dies are on sale, at the back section of the catalogue, if I just come in a few pages, we have individual dies here from page 162 to 166, and all of these are included. And then we also have the dies that are part of the bundles. I'm just looking to see. So these are also included, but it's the dies only, not the bundle that is discounted. Okay, if you buy the dies and the stamps normally, you get 10% discount. Okay, so it's only the price of the dies themselves that are 20%. So if I just bring up a page here, so this is the beginning of that section on page 162. So if you have a catalogue, you can look these up. So we have all of the dies shown with the pricing, obviously, and it tells you how many dies there are in a set, and also if it coordinates with another stamp set, with a stamp set, sorry. So for example, the basic borders doesn't have a coordinating stamp set, but the little all dressed up handbag coordinates with the Dress to Impress stamp set, and it tells you that's on page 31. Hi Jeanette. So that's where you're looking in the catalogue. So all of that, and that's the easiest place to find them. So they are from, if I go right to the beginning of this section, from page 157. So any of these dies right the way through to 166. Let me just show you that. And so that's the last one there. Word Wishes is the final one. If I just bring that up to the screen, that's the last one. So I've just picked out the ones that I feel are most useful, most versatile, and will do a lot of things for you. So first of all, I've got the stitched stars. And I haven't pre-prepared anything. I literally just picked out the dies that I think that are most popular, certainly in terms of ones that I've sold and ones that I use. So this is called Stitched Stars. The price of these in the catalogue is £35. This is reduced now to £28. And there are 23 dies in total, and they're all a little bit stuck on here, but as you can see, you get these descending sizes of stars. Hope you, oh, you can see those okay, can't you? It might be better on dark card. Maybe I'll grab a piece of dark card. Let's have a look and see. Piece of cherry cobbler. You might see them a little bit better. If I can pick them up. So the nice thing about these, they're called stitch stars, and that's because they are stitched. So, and they're stitched either side of the die cut line. So you get a series of these ones, which are in sizes going smaller and smaller. If I could pick them up, it would be even better. Like so. And we used these at a recent class. There's that one. And okay, that's it. So there's 6 of those in sizes going down. We then have these ones here, which you can cut out multiples and put together to make a star, like so. And you get, I think, 5 of these. 4 and 5. And these do coordinate with the previous stamp set that we have. And then we have some more elaborate dies as well that can fit inside any of these. Just going to peel that one off. And we have a cute little swirl that you can use for almost anything. Tiny little stitched one there. And then these little corners that I actually used on the circles to make baubles. If you watched that particular Facebook Live, I used these as little bauble tops. But there are 4 of those that you can use for corners. You have this lovely swirl here. I'll bring that in. And there's 2 more of these more elaborate stars. Just pop that one in there for the minute. Hi Scott, lovely to see you this afternoon. Oh, there's 5 of those. That's really weird why there's 5, but there you go. So this is called Stitched Stars. As I say, they were £35, so these are reduced to 28. And the reason I chose these is because you can use stars for all sorts of occasions. Obviously you can use them for Christmas, but they're great for children's birthdays, they're great for adults' birthdays, male birthdays, female celebrations. Obviously it works for those. And these swirls and things are really useful, and the stars that come out of this you can replace with other stars from here, so you can sort of highlight those. Hi Jane, thanks for joining us. I hope you're really well. So that is Stitch Stars. So £35 they were, and from tonight until Wednesday evening they'll be £28. Okay, right, I'm going to pop these back in. So these are my top recommendations, as I say, not in any particular order. I'm going to try and do that. This might end badly. There we go. As long as I don't lose any, we're okay. Excellent, Jane. Glad to hear you're well. Okay, so that's the Stitched Stars. Okay, and then this is a really good go-to set. And I really do recommend this if you bought nothing else and you're a card maker or a scrapbooker. This is the Playful Alphabet. Trying for it not to shine too much. This has letters and numbers and symbols. So you have a hashtag here, you've got an equals, you've got little stars, you've got a cross, and obviously it's an alphabet and numbers. These are about, as I seem to remember, they're about, yeah, 2 centimeters tall. The width varies depending on what the character is. And what I like about this is that you have multiple letters. So you have, for example, 2 A's, okay, and 2 E's. There's one, hunting for the other one. There's the other one. So if you're doing a name, it's really easy to cut those out in one go. So you can do birthday, you can do boy, girl, you can do names, obviously. You can do ages. There's an ampersand there, so you can do a wedding card with initials. So really versatile. It's called a Playful Alphabet. There are 58 dies in total on there, and they were £32. Yeah, I'm really good, thank you, Jane. And on offer, but they're 20% off, you'll find them at £25.60. Yours doesn't come with the cat hair that's on mine, I promise. You'll have a brand new pristine one. But Playful Alphabet, £25.60. You could do Happy Christmas, you can just do individual letters, you can use the negative as well as the positive. And if you team that with our foam sheets, then you can easily cut out letters. You could also use our self-adhesive sheets, so that you just put a little bit of sheet on the back, cut out your letters, and then they're ready to stick down. And you can do the same thing with our foam, so that you get raised letters, or you could cut out 5 or 6 of the same letter, for example, and then stack those together. So you get 0 to 9 as well. 6 and 9 are the same. Just pointing that out in case you're looking for it. And just really useful set. As I say, there's some extras here. So you've got like a colon, you've got OE, and you've got C with a cedilla for French. So yeah, highly recommended. So that is £25.60 in the sale. So that's called Playful Alphabet. Okay, let's put that back the right way around. And I have to say, because I do a lot of die cutting, there are some sets that I have actually duplicated. So I do actually have 2 alphabet sets, which might seem extreme, but if you are doing a lot of die cutting of names, it's just a lot easier to have more multiple letters. As I say, there are 2 N's, 2 L's, for example, so to cut Jenny out, it's nice and easy. So that's the alphabet. And then we have the Brilliant Wings dies. So these butterfly dies are designed obviously to go with the stamp set that has these 6 butterflies on one stamp. Let me just grab that so you can see. Just in case you're not familiar with it. So it's this stamp here, has the 6 butterflies, and basically, as well as the individual dies, you have this one, okay, that will cut them all in one go. So basically, you said that again, didn't I? You stamp all of them out in one go, and then you die cut them in one go. So it makes it really quick for doing multiples of this stamp. So what I would do is stamp them in maybe 3 or 4 colours, a pink, a purple, a blue, whatever, and then using that single sheet just die cut them. So as well as that, you get all of these individual dies. So there are 12 in total, including that large one. And these cut out individual butterflies with their full detail. Okay, so they also fit here. But there's a lot more detail in these. Obviously, you wouldn't use these with the stamp because you'd just be cutting into the stamp itself, the detail of the stamp. And in addition to the 6 butterflies that you've got, you have this brick wall effect. You have this little crisscross effect. You have a little butterfly on its own, some dots, and then a smaller butterfly. So these 2 butterflies are in addition to the ones that match the other dies, and then you've got this brick and then this crisscross. So a really fabulous set if you like butterflies. Okay, if you don't like butterflies, then don't buy this set. But it's just a really quick way. You can put all of those through in one go on our die cutting machine and cut out individual butterflies. You can stamp, as I say, if you've got the stamp that, and then you cut them all out in one go. So either way, really, really quick. You can use this set of dies as you can with the previous ones, completely on their own. So there's, with the alphabet, there's no matching stamp set. There's no matching stamp set anymore with the stars. There is a matching stamp set for this, but they will work completely independently as well. So you can use the stamp set without the dies and the dies without the stamp set. So Brilliant Wings dies were £41, and in the sale they are £32.80, so nearly £10 off. Obviously £8.20. Okay, so that is Brilliant Wings. Try and get that back in, sorry. There we go. Okay, and then the final one that is, if you like, rather than just a layering die, it's a set of dies on their own, and this one is called Pierced Blooms. I want to say Stitched Blooms, but Pierced Blooms, because it does have stitching all the way across. There are 25 dies in this set, and if I can get them out, maybe I'll just tip them out this way. No, I really want to get them out. I don't know what's going on here, what I've done. There we go, let's do it like that. Okay, so I use these, oh I see I've got tape on there. I used these for a class relatively recently for the non-Christmas version, and all of these dies have, with the exception of the bow, have stitching. So you get some leaves, you get all of these different flowers, you get some centers, you get this label, okay, and then you get sets of 2 leaves here, and you get this lovely bow. Okay, so it cuts out a bow for you, and then all of these leaves here, these flowers, and the dinky little flowers here. These ones, these tiny ones, aren't stitched, but all of the others have an element of stitching, either in the detail, in the case of the leaves, obviously, as you can see there, hopefully you can see that, as the veins. So this is called Pierced Blooms, and if you like flowers and doing floral cards, or you want to decorate frames, then I would definitely recommend this. So you can just cut them out in different layers of cardstock, and away you go. You can layer all the different flowers up together, so you can put this one onto there, for example. You've got this lovely stitched one here, and these 2. So you know, lots of different things you can do with this. Obviously floral and leaves, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets of leaves, and then all the rest, apart from this label, the bow and the stalk, they are all flowers, okay, of different types. Now this does have a matching stamp set. I haven't chosen to buy the stamp set because I think the dies do all of the work. Okay, so that is called Pierced Blooms. They were £34 and the sale price is £27.20. Now we'll put a list of all of these up after my live. So I don't expect you to remember them unless you've got a pen at hand to write them down. Okay, so that was 4 sets. The alphabet, the stars, the flowers, and the butterflies. So really sort of 4 different types of elements. And then I've got 3 sets, all of which are quite similar. So I think you could choose any of these 3 if you wanted some layering dies. So let's do the tags first. So these are called the stitched tailor-made tags, I beg your pardon. These are a good price stamps die set anyway. So they are £20 in the catalogue. So we're down to £16. You get these 3 shapes, and then these 3, and this one is an extra one there. Let's try that again. These 4 and these 4. I don't know why I thought there were 3. How funny is that? Okay, so you've got a slightly more elaborate shape here, and then just a corner cut off at the top. And then you have 2 dies that cut out the pieces that go on top. So if you saw my card the other day, I used this shape here. Still got the little bit of card in it. And you can cut out this little, like a little reinforcer, and this goes up on the top. And then you've got circular ones. What I have never understood is why there's 3 of these and 4 of those, because it would make sense to have 4 and 4. But there you go. It's one thing I don't know. Okay, so these are called Tailor-Made Tags. So £20 or 16 in the sale. Okay, and you get all of those. Really easy to use. You could use it for framing an image, or you could just using it for cutting the layer, which is exactly what I did on Friday. So that's Tailor-Made Tags. Put those to one side. And then in a similar vein, we have the Stitched Sweetly dies. They're called Stitched So Sweetly. They're £30 and you get 10 dies. And I probably sold more of this die set than anything else. You get 6 dies that are layered like this. Each one of them has stitching and a scallop edge, and I appreciate you can't really see that. But you get those 6 layers there. So these two are perfect for sentiments. These obviously are perfect for framing an image, and these are the ones often that we use on our note cards and envelopes. And then you get these 4 different shapes and they all layer together. My popular combination is those 2 together, or these 2 together. Okay, they just look so nice. This one is quite small, but you could use that for a little hello or hi or something. And then this one is perfect for a larger sentiment. But they do all layer together. So that is called Stitched So Sweetly. Was £30, 30, and that's now 24 in our sale. And then finally I have the Scallop Contours dies. So if you're looking for layering dies, really any of these 3 will do the job. I mean, we have others. We have layering circles, for example, but our scalloped contours are just a little bit more elaborate than the stitched ones. I'm going to have to put another piece of card out, because I know you can't see those. So these are altogether bigger. So this one does a really beautiful stitched scallop. Sorry, it's not stitched, it's just scallops around the edge with this sort of lace feature. Do that there. Then we have this one. This one is the one I use the most, which has stitching and a scalloped edge, and I use that for coffee and card. And the same with this one, is a duplicate of that. I've just realised that. Sorry. And then we have these layering ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each of these has a slightly different look. If I just bring them up to the screen, and I'm sorry I haven't got all the samples ready. I suppose I should have prepared those, but it was just a little bit ad hoc. So these have got stitching, these have got little lines included, and these have got little dots. So very different. They're all rectangular. They fit our card sizes. The other one that's nice on this that you've seen me use is this scallop edge. It has stitching and then the die cut line. And then this particular one does coordinate with the colour and contour stamp set. So it does have these 2 dies that coordinate with the stamp set. But I still think, even if you don't have the stamp set and therefore wouldn't necessarily use those, you could use this one and just scrunch up the flower. I think this is a really nice combination. So to be honest, any of these 3 would probably be my top recommendation for card making and for scrapbooking, and the close second would probably be the alphabet. So the Scallop Contour dies were 33. These are all in the Annual Catalogue, Jane. Okay, so it's a blanket sale, 20% off all dies in the Annual Catalogue, 15% off all the cardstock, sorry, 15% off all the inks and 10% off all our standard card stock. So the contours, Scallop contours dies were 33 and they're down to 26.40. The Tailor-Made Tags were 20 and they're now 16. So if you're on a budget, that would be a really good place to start. And then the Stitch So Sweetly, sort of in between the two, were 30 and are now 24. As I say, I could have cut them all out, but I just wanted to show you the dies. If you watch any of my lives, Facebook lives, you'll see me use this one and this one. And the reason I've got a duplicate is I have two packs of these, which is perfect because if I'm die cutting for a class where I may need 100 die cuts, I can put these through 2 at a time on 2 pieces of card. So one pass through the machine, I will get 4 dies cut. So I hope that's been useful to you. As I say, all of the dies in the annual catalogue are on offer. It starts this evening at 11 p.m. and it goes through till well, I would say no later than 10:30 on Thursday. Please don't leave it to the last minute, just in case internet goes down or something funny happens. So if you want to order any of these, you can order online. Just go to jeminicrafts.co.uk, or you can use the shop now link here on Facebook, or you can just email me an order if there's something you want to add, and then especially if you're local, I can add it to my next order, which will be tonight or tomorrow. And I can always post them out. Dies in particular, although it can be a little bit heavy, are only tend to go as large letter, so the cost will be minimal to post them out. So I hope that's been useful for you. Sorry there's no crafting, but hopefully served a purpose with my top. So this is my top one, equal any of those. And then we had the Playful Alphabet, which is here. For anybody who missed that one, that's the Playful Alphabet. Highly recommend that. And then the other ones I picked out were the stars, Stitch Stars, the Pierced Blooms, if you love flowers. I'm sorry about the reflection, really am. And then if you like butterflies, then Butterfly, Brilliant Wings. Okay, so thank you so much. If there are any you want to order, don't hesitate. I can get those ordered. If you're a demonstrator, obviously you get the best deal because you're getting you already get 20% discount, and then you're going to get another 20% discount. You may have a higher level of discount as well, depending on your title. And now is a good time to join. So actually our joining offer at the moment is £75 for £130 of product. Now if you added up, you could add up nearly all of these. I wonder how many sets of dies you could get, and of course the discounted price is the one that applies. So I could do a bit of calculating and work out 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. You could get all bar one almost of all of these dies for £75 if you join today or tomorrow or Wednesday. So if that's something that's of interest, then just give me a shout. Oh, thank you, Lynn. They are true bargains. You've got to love a bargain. So ink pads, there's no need to say what ink pad I think everybody should have in their stash, and that's Early Espresso or Basic Grey. And obviously everything else, the papers, the card and the inks, entirely your choice. If you need to stock up, now is a great time to do it. Okay, thanks for popping on and joining me this evening. I've got a team gathering at 8 p.m. this evening, so I'm going to grab some food and catch up with them later. If you are interested in joining with the £75 joining offer, then just private message me or email me and I can talk you through what's involved. Thank you so much, everybody. Take care. Thanks for watching and have a great evening. The refills are not on offer, Jane. Just the ink pads. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Bye for now.